Hi, everyone, and welcome to another VanHack Success Case episode. I'm super excited to be here. My name is Ilya, and I'm joined today by Nils, who is a software developer from Cuba that got hired in Canada in Regina, Saskatchewan, and relocated there recently. So, hey, Nils, great to see you, and welcome and congratulations.
Hi, Ilya. Thanks for having me.
My pleasure. So let's jump in. Just quickly give us an idea of your professional background, who you are, where you're from, what you work with, and kind of set the stage for us, please.
Yes, of course. I've been a software developer for more than 20 years. I have a bachelor in computing sciences and started very young with in senior high school with the International Olympiad in Informatics, and very thrilled about the use of algorithms to solve problems more like algorithm problems and mathematical problems. Later, when I was studying in university, my bachelor in computing sciences, I get in love with making software in different ways, mostly making software that get used and makes life of the people better. And since starting 2002, I was working on different companies, mostly for one in Cuba where I worked with more than 500 developers for 11 years, and I learned a lot. After that, I was working for different companies across the world, mostly one in Canada remotely and one in Spain, a uh, very nice startup. And well, I have been developing more in the web space, web programming, uh, but in with different hats. I was working with all the JavaScript stack, also with Ruby on Rails, but mostly with C# and all enterprise environments. So that's where when I know about the IQ Matrix position that I finally got it, and make all the way around this, um, all this process with. Thank you for this with VanHack.
Awesome. So what made you want to kind of look abroad and get hired internationally?
Well, I've been playing around, being outsourcing some, being hired for outsourcing jobs for different companies abroad, mostly those two that I mentioned, and it represents a very economical, a very substantial economically improvement on all the the offers that we already have in the country, but also it give me um, a lot of different experience across different uh, kind of different clients and um, bigger solutions, and it represents like a right jump for me in the professional fields.
Mm, cool. And how was your job process search before you found VanHack?
Before VanHack, actually it was kind of messy. We don't have. I personally didn't found uh, any kind of instructions or direction, and we have a lot of trouble trying to figure it out. Um, was very nervous in every possible situation where I got different, uh, interviews, and not that know about it, all the kind of different cultural interviews that goes around the cultural difference that I should be expecting, and until some what point they should be expecting the way in way I could be uh, uh, talking about and found something like that. But it was messy is most the word that it can be described.
Cool, cool. And how about like your process with VanHack? Tell us like how you found out about it. How did you like when you joined? What was the process to getting hired?
Well, funny story on this is that I got the VanHack reference for a friend. I didn't spoke with him too much, but I presented to some other friends that I have, and all they say that shouldn't work. So I started with very low expectations about it, just in exploratory matter. But as soon as I get in touch with some members of the VanHack staff, all the treatment was like way too different from any other environment or hiring environment that I was jumping into before. They was all very nice, very helpful, but mostly they was very uh, balanced in the way that they presented the things to me, all the process for me. They was for in one hand very realistic about the toughness of the situation, this the demand that happens, but also what are actually the offers, and it is kind of a competition also. Sorry, right, between the different aspirants and developers. And on the other hand, they just put me a clear path. All the things that there is nothing hidden, right? Just plain information. It's a lot of information, a lot of things. It's not an easy process. Nobody expect that, but all the information is at hand, is very well presented, and you just need to follow that steps and truly believe in what you uh, could do it, and also be very patient, very autocritic, very critical about yourself, about the things that you have doing wrong. Always think about it. What was your mistakes in every um, interview on or in the test that you were doing? Things about it first, reflect yourself, and try to use it as an improvement, not to be sorry all the time about hitting the wall or something like that. It's just a matter of being prepared, have patience, and correct all your mistakes alongside the path, also to find someone that is compatible, is a match with you. This kind of processes of finding an offer is not a matter of you are or of being exactly better than the other developer that is willing to seize the same spot. The thing is that not necessarily need to be all the time better, but it needs to be a position that is a match with you, that you are compatible with the kind of work that you have doing, the kind of thing that you are expecting to work with, and well, also of course you need to be prepared and as well as you can.
Very, very true. So how is like your interview process with your current company that you're working with? How many rounds did they do? What kind of questions did they ask? How was the process there?
Yeah, it's a thing that a lot of people are asking me about it in this process, and a couple of other processes that I advanced very much also. And we all need to understand that is quite, it can be different from company to company, but in this company it behaves in terms of the which steps they made. It was very average, three rounds of interviews. One first round to getting to know you as a person, to see into your background, just a broad view of you as a professional. The second interview most deep in the cultural way of behaving you in a hypothetical position without any technical details. They have been made by two people that, and it's the kind of interviews that sometimes could be a little bit scared for the people in our background as a developer. How we think about us, like a nerd that can be too much related. Yeah, you must be get rid of that and just spoke with them uh, in a conversational way, to get be interested in knowing the people that are talking to you, and just being honest with them, and so they can find you the kind of person you are, and the kind of worker they could be uh, acquiring and working with. They probably will be your coworkers if you uh, are a match and get selected. And
Mhm.
in the third round, it's just the classical technical round. In the case of this company, they made a test that is not too hard, yeah, just to make it uh, some code work around some test, automatic test that they program, and they make you program a couple of uh, automatic tests, but it's very dynamic. It's not too deep in the code. It's something that you can make in 30-40 minutes in front of someone, sharing the screen, sharing the controls yeah, of the environments, and not uh, trying just to waste you too much time. And so
Mhm.
they just compare the results of the three interviews with the rest of one, and answer me very fast. It was actually it was very fast. They in within a month, less than a month, they made the three interviews and give me an offer finally.
Nice. How did you feel when you got the offer? How was that moment?
Yes, that one was very, uh, it got me by surprise. I wasn't sure about how to expect. I
Mm.
know sometimes you don't have immediate feedback, and you start thinking about, well, I didn't make it this time, uh, uh, and just move on. They took like a week to process the final steps,
Mhm.
and well, finally made me the surprise. They didn't approach me directly. They also doing it through VanHack, because
Mhm.
the direct communication was already established with one beautiful person from VanHack, that uh, Camila, that attends me, and well, uh, she called me and give me the great news. It was received very with with a lot of happiness for every member of our family.
Nice. Were you at home or were you on the beach? Like where were you when you got the call?
Yes, actually, I was at home.
Cool,
I
cool.
was at home.
That's great. And how was the relocation process? You moved from Cuba to Canada, big difference in weather and culture. How's the process? Getting your visa and getting on the flight and arriving in Canada.
Yes, the process is actually was more easy or more plain than I should expect. All the once I have the visa in my passport, all the steps were very natural. I have the almost any. I don't have any. I don't had any situation in 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 the airports, or in the different gateways you pass on. It was all very well documented. All the process went smoothly, And well, in my case, I traveled with my wife and my kid. We were received by a member of the company that treated us in a temporary residence from of the company. It was all very great days for us. The weather, yes, the change in the weather is the hardest thing that I have faced here.
Mm.
I I came from having plus 29, sorry, plus 20, 19, 18 in the winters of Cuba,
Mhm.
for minus 30 even here. Even we have been through even minus 40 on some days
Right.
with special weather alerts. But all the main thing is just to be prepared and how to dress up, and learning of that is just what it gets.
Mhm. Yeah, just wear a jacket, you'll be fine.
Right.
Nice. And any tips you have for other VanHackers who are trying to do the same thing as you and get hired abroad?
Yes, of course. I recommend that first things all is read all the materials that you have in the VanHack website. They have there is a lot of materials that sometimes we get bored and try not to read everything. But the main issues, the main things that you need to know, the main preparation that you need in your background to face this process is all great in the here. Is great in here and there in the website of VanHack. But it will be very useful for you that you engage in the community.
Mm.
VanHack has a Slack community in where not only the VanHack staff spend time engaging with the community and asking questions, and publishing also of course the different position in a more immediate way, but also all members of the community that already have been relocated, or others that are in the process also participate in there. And we are all the time willing to help you. Of course, it's not an easy process. There will be at every moment much more people trying to get off all these jobs than jobs available at the same time. So it's a matter also, do you have on prepare yourself
Hmm.
more and more every day, and be patient. You should never give up. If this is your wish, this is the goal that you establish for yourself, you must stick to it, and just calm down. Take the thing you could take the things more fast, or more calm depending upon your personal situation. But you need to apply to different jobs. You need to don't apply like crazy, like don't having uh, studying every position that you apply for. You need to match your profile against the position
Hmm.
that you are applying, or the group of positions that you are applying to. And you need to practice this a lot. This kind of conversation sometimes goes the wrong way, in terms of don't the nervous, the language barrier.
Hmm.
You could notice even in my right now that I am already working in my accent. You need to go over it and practice a lot to get to get understand it by the other people that is working with you. Most of it to to so to let them know you, and just practice a lot.
Hmm. Hmm. Fantastic. Great tips, Nils, and congratulations again for getting hired. Yeah, all the best in your new job, and enjoy the cold. It'll get warm soon. um,
Thanks.
yeah, yeah. Well, And if anyone here is listening, watching this video, do go to check out vanhack.com, sign up for free, and hopefully you'll be one of our next success cases here, just like Nils.
Okay, thank you.